What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to today's video. It's been a while since we had a video. I got a lot of parts that came in for the 1J240, a lot of parts that we put onto it too that I didn't have on camera. So let me go over that real quick. Alright, so here we have the Chase Bay coolant overflow reservoir, and we have their Type 1 bracket that we used for it. I didn't even know where I was going to mount it. I was going to mount it on here, but there's no room at all, and plus we have the turbo, so there would be a lot of heat in that area. So actually we came up with a better solution and just actually have it mounted right next to the actual coolant flange. So yeah, super close and tidy, and the lines are basically super neat too. So I like that. That actually worked out perfectly fine. Makes it look cool too. Got two Chase Bay products there, and of course the power steering over there. And then coming around inside of the car, we also got the Hydro e-brake Chase Bay plate welded in too. So that got welded in. We also got a Grip Royal steering wheel. Love it so far. It is the suede version, if you guys were wondering. It's the gray suede. And along with the plate being welded in, we also got the HKS exhaust finally welded in too. So finally, the car's not super obnoxiously loud. It's actually got a really nice tone, and I don't know if you want to call it like a nice rumble. It's not just super loud, and the fumes aren't in the car too. All right, so with all of those out of the way, next thing I'm going to be doing is installing the Hydro handbrake finally, and going to be installing the dual calipers. So we are going to be running Wilwood's dual caliper. These are GK's Tech dual caliper adapters. Super good actually. It actually lines up perfectly fine. Apparently with the Wilwoods you do have to drill up the holes just a little bit hair bigger, just because GK Tech is metric and Wilwood is American and is standard. So you have to drill that out barely anything, and it fits right on. Chase Bay, we got all the lines for it, so we're gonna go ahead and run those through, and probably get these mounted up first. So yeah, let's get on that real quick. Alright, so now that we got the wheel off, next thing we're going to do to install the dual calipers in the bracket, we need to get the brakes off, we need to get the rotors off, and we need to get the rear hub off. So with the rear hubs on the 240, they are kind of a pain in the ass to do compared to doing the fronts. So it's going to take a little time. There is like a kind of like 4 bolts in there, and you kind of need a super short socket to do it. Yeah, it just takes time and you'll get it off. So. Alright, so I just got the caliper and the rotors off. Next thing we need to do is get the hub off. As you can see, we have the 2 or 4 bolts. And of course they're on the very back side of, I don't know if you guys can see it, right on the back side of this assembly. So yeah, you get these 2 off. Like I said, you're gonna need like a short socket. I recommend you guys use a 6-point, don't use a 12-point, you're gonna destroy your socket. Or you're gonna destroy your bolt, I'll say that. This is all I have. I only have a 12-point. I can't find a 6-point anywhere in this small of a socket, so I'm gonna give it a try and hopefully I don't destroy my bolts. Alright, so finally got the hub off. So next thing we need to do is basically install the GK Tech bracket, which is gonna fit right there. So yeah, these will fit right onto the hubs. Should be perfectly, perfectly aligned on there. So once you do take off these bolts, you don't need them anymore. You can toss them, just because when you put this adapter on, you are adding about a 1/4 of an inch onto it, or 1/2 an inch onto that. So the GK Tech gives you extended bolts pretty much, so it gives you 4 new bolts for each side. So we'll be using that, and they also come with 2 spacers too, which will help space out the brake caliper, the main brake caliper for the rears. So it'll help space that out, same exact measurement as the bracket. So alright, so I just got that done. Took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. These bolts kind of don't really line up the best. So it's kind of hard to throw these in. You kind of got to play with it, loosen them out, loosen the other one out, and try to just play with it. The last one normally kind of won't go, and it kind of wants to strip itself. So if you guys are doing GK Tech brackets, be careful with that, and just play with it, and you will be able to get that fourth one in. So next thing I'm going to do is just install the rotor and install the Wilwood caliper with it. So you don't want to mount it on yet. You want to put the rotor on first and then have the Wilwood rotor, caliper on. So let me go get that real quick. All right, so we got the caliper here. So what you want to do is just basically put it on the rotor first, and then you want to try to line it up with the bracket while you got it around the motor, just like that. And then you want to take your nuts and basically just put them right on. All right, so after you got the locking nut on, that's pretty much the clearance you'll have on that. So yeah, super tight fit with the Wilwood. It actually fits down really nice. So yeah, let me go get on the rotor and put on the axle nut on there, and we can get her back on all together. All right, so finally I have the stock caliper on, and we are using the little caliper spacer that GK Tech provided, which pushes back like a quarter of an inch to help offset that spacer in back. But yeah, that's basically the dual caliper setup on the 240 here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one and then get the hydro installed and we can go test it out. All right, so we got the caliper all set up on the passenger side now, and I got the Chase Bay line all hooked up to the Wilwood caliper. Just plug in right into the back of it and thread right in. And then of course when you use Wilwoods, you want to use the top for the bleeder valves because the air is going to come to the top. So when you bleed them, you want to use the tops to bleed them. And yeah, just do that. And then the Chase Bay line here, I want to cut a hole somewhere right here, and I'll figure it out. I'll probably cut a hole right there, pop up on the inside, kind of on the back piece down there. So yeah, I'm gonna cut a hole there, try to fish it through there. Holy shit, I ran right into that fucking jack. Okay, so cut the hole, fish it in with the other inline handbrake line in there. And I don't even know what I'm even saying right now, man. I'm just so tired. Fuck. Alright, you guys, I'm back. And I got the Chase Bay wires, or hard lines, all hooked up. I guess they're not really hard lines or brake lines, or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, here's how the insides we ran. Middle piece is going to go here, of course, underneath. I do need an extension to put that on there. It's cool. Chase Bay gives you an extension for that. But anyways, yeah, so we drilled the hole right through kind of the side of the wheel wells there, and we used 2 spacers there just to space out the fittings. Just to make them so they're kind of a solid mount to the chassis of the car itself. Chase Bay does have threads on it. It's for you to thread in the fittings you want to do it. Not the best idea, just because the fit of the metal on the car is pretty thin. Sorry. So that's all hooked up. All right, so I got the hydro all hooked up. I'm not going to bench bleed it, whatever. I just put it in here and I'll just fill it up from there. I got a lot of access for that. So yeah, hydro's in, lines all connected underneath. Of course, it's connected here all the way up to the very back of the car. So yeah, I'll be probably running this underneath somewhere, but for now I'll have it here just in case it leaks. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and bleed this. I'm gonna fill it up, give it a bunch of pumps, and bleed both the calipers. So the hydro's all bled and ready. So now it's time to test it out. Nicole's gonna test it out with me, so here we go. So the next morning, went out and got myself a 1/4 inch wrench. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bleed the freaking hydro now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it fits. Okay. You know, just pull it whenever we got open it.
Hey, what's up, peeps? Today we're in Tyler's Nissan Toyota hybrid drift car.
Prius.
Yeah, Prius.
New,
yeah, it's got the new brake going on. Just bled it all out. Ready for some action all the way, matey, man.
Kicks good, doesn't it? Torquey.
Yeah, pretty good. Chase boys.
right, sweet. So the hydro came out perfect. It works like absolutely amazing. It actually locks up the wheels perfectly. So yeah, this would be the final setup that I'll be running now. So I was able to get in the OEM kind of like, what do you want to call this, garnish or like covers. Yeah, this is super clean. Exactly how I'm gonna run it. Switches are, you know, pretty lined up really good. A lot of room for the handbrake. So yeah, everything turned out really good. Happy with the result that it came out to be, and can't wait to go and rip this car at Brainerd. A couple more weeks left until we go out there. So can't wait for that. Car's almost done. It actually basically is done. Last things I need to do is just wrap the car fully, put the spoiler on, and I think that's it. She's ready to go. So I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks you guys so much for watching. Yeah, you know, if you guys aren't following or subscribed yet, you know, click that subscribe button and like the video. Means a lot. Keep you guys updated on the car. Try to post a lot more about it. Yeah, I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace. Let's go.